Welcome back to the Wins and Losses podcast. I'm Evan Winkler with my co-host, Mr. Joey Lacapo. Was just in Ann Arbor.
I was.
Made a few pit stops along the way. Saw a little Okemos.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that was fun. How was your interview up in Michigan and your pit stop?
Great. Well, I don't even know where I want to start. I know I had a great time in Ann Arbor this weekend. We actually took the kids up to Frankenmuth yesterday. And
Christmas paradise, I heard.
Got to see Bronner's, which is the Christmas paradise of the world. If anybody living in the area or coming from out of the area want to go to Bronner's up in Frankenmuth, Michigan, you think of anything Christmas, they have it. It is like the Christmas capital of the world. Little German village up there, kind of about 15 minutes away from Saginaw. But yeah, we did have a little pit stop on the way back, but I won't bore you with the details. But yeah, no, I had a great time with the family. Good little getaway. Now we're just kind of gearing up for Christmas here at the house, you know.
Joey's safely home. That's good.
I am safely home. Family's safely home. That's all that matters. So.
And you got to see some Michigan Wolverine basketball team
whip
some butt. How do they look like in person?
Look great. I tell you, they started off kind of sloppy against LaSalle on Sunday. They had a couple more turnovers than they'd used to. It almost seemed as if they were toying with them, which is really mean to say, but that's kind of what it felt like. But yeah, I mean, they were just kind of like hanging around. I'm like, oh my God, are they gonna lose to LaSalle or is something gonna happen? You know, and before you know it, they're out by 20, they're out by 30. And we ended up winning by 52 points. The final score was, 52. 101 Michigan, 50 LaSalle. I mean, this team is phenomenal. Everybody on that team scored. Even Isley got his first points of the year. Like our last person on the bench got in there, got a three-pointer with
another game with 100 points.
I mean, this team is
6 in a row?
Humming. Absolutely humming. 5 or 6 in a row. I know we have McNeese coming up on Monday. Hopefully we can hang on them. Then we hit Big Ten play. Then he gets into Big Ten play, and that's when they really matter. You know, I mean, we got Nebraska's undefeated in the Big Ten. They're undefeated in the country right now. They're ranked number 11. Michigan State's ranked number 9. Obviously, they're going to be a big test for us. But, yeah, I tell you what, this Michigan team, it really looks like it's coming down to Michigan and Arizona. I mean, both those teams look head and shoulders above the rest. I mean, they are dominating games. So, yeah. Good luck to Dusty May and the boys. You guys
keep it turning.
You guys looked amazing. Campus was amazing. The weather was actually nice. It's funny to see it in December, and there was very little snow.
That's true.
It was nice to spend some time on campus with the family. Hit up the Rally House, of course, and the Pizza House for food, and it's just weird to see all the construction going on. They closed down the Blue Leprechaun, which makes me sad. They're building some housing there, but Brown Jug's still there, and all the other typical hot spots, but yeah, no, had fun, and now we're back and doing our podcast. Want to talk a little bit about some of the college games that were on Friday, Saturday.
Well, what did you hear from Ward? What's going on with the updated search?
Coaches,
I feel like no one still knows anything, but maybe you got some inside info this weekend.
Unfortunately, Dillingham's off the table. Arizona State did re-up his contract, giving him a good pay raise, money for his NIL. I don't know if he was ever coming, but according to his sources, that he was never offered the job. So kind of irritates me a little bit because it makes me just believe that they just never wanted him. I don't know.
Yeah, it makes me think, do they know of who they already want, and he wasn't on the list?
The thing is
I think they already got their number one guy.
Yeah, I really feel like DeBoer is the guy, but, you know, Bama keeps winning, and how long are you willing to wait for this guy? And is there any guarantee he's coming? I mean,
unless DeBoer said yes to them, or someone that's still coaching said yes, and like, hey, let's wait till after I'm done, and then announce it. I mean, no one knows anything. It's just
unless
really
you just ride
bizarre.
Biff out. The thing is like I can tell you from firsthand experience, we were on that campus on Sunday at about 11:30, 12 o'clock on Saturday or Sunday, and Biff was at the facility. I saw his car out there.
The Rolls Royce?
The Rolls Royce. And then we left the basketball game, and it was like 9 o'clock. We're tooling around Ann Arbor, and his car was still at the facility. I mean, this guy is working. And then we left on Monday at 8 a.m., and his car was at the facility. I mean, it's just, he's working. Biff is working. I think he really wants this job. Is he cut out for it? It's major college football. He's never coached major. He's coached.
Yeah, it's like when you look at his resume, what tells you he should be the next Michigan head coach, a top 5 job in the country? Why him? That's my. I love the guy.
I don't question his love for the university because he truly does love Michigan.
Yes,
he loves Michigan almost as much as I do, and I mean it's just like his love and his passion for that football team and that university is head and shoulders above Kalen DeBoer's, head and shoulders above Jed Fish and Jesse Minner and Dillingham and anybody that's been linked. I mean, Biff Poggi's, he's your Michigan man if you want to stick with the Michigan man mantra. Just is he qualified for success?
And the Western coach is more qualified than him. Sorry to tell you.
Yeah,
he's coached more college football and big college football than he has. He's been a helper.
Yeah.
I don't even know how much he actually coached.
I mean, the thing now is like, do you target a coordinator? Do you go for an offensive or defensive coordinator? But I feel like all the coordinators are getting locked up.
When I was looking up, I was just kind of randomly looking up teams in the top 25, and what coaches, that were there that could leave, or some coordinators on some of the top teams. Now, I saw the SMU coach. He's won a lot. He's a young guy, but he's mainly from that area. So is that a fit? That's the one thing that was kind of concerning.
Jeff Brom's name's been popping
Brown's
up
been
a lot,
coming
but
up.
He's a Louisville guy.
I I was like, how about Kirby Smart's coordinator? Seemed like he's turning some out. The defense coordinator. He's got a good pedigree. He's coached for a long time. I don't know. So I was just trying to look at some of those guys. Obviously, it would have been nice to get someone from Oregon, but all those coordinators got hired somewhere. So that's not an option. Even Houston's coach, he's been a winner wherever he's been, but another guy from down south. Because there's teams in the top 25 or the top even 35 that you would say that they have built a program out of nothing. Have them come to Michigan. You know what I mean?
I truly feel at some point it's almost like Michigan is chasing its own tail. They can't figure out who they can run the athletic department, let alone the football team. If you were to ask me in my heart of hearts who they're going to get to coach the football team, I think honestly they're looking to see if they want to keep Ward Manuel employed.
Right.
I mean, it's like hiring somebody subordinate without hiring their boss. Like, how do you get hired with the company when your boss isn't really on stable footing either? Who knows if the new guy coming in is looking at a different direction? What if they get a different AD that wants a coach that he's familiar with or whatever?
Unless the coach has a say in who gets hired as the AD.
Yeah, well, it could work in that direction as well.
Because when Harbaugh got hired, was that an interim guy? That guy wasn't. I feel like they had some weird influx there too.
Dave Brandon or what? Oh, it was Hackett.
Yeah, Hackett was just there for a short period of time. He hired him, and I don't know if because did Ward and Harbaugh play with each other?
They clashed. Actually, Ward and Harbaugh.
They didn't clash. I don't know if Harbaugh had some say in that or not.
Ward was gone by the time Harbaugh came, or it was like right at the tail end. But yeah, they never saw eye to eye. I don't think if Ward Manuel was the athletic director, I'm not sure Harbaugh gets hired. I think Hackett had a huge part in bringing Harbaugh there.
Brought him.
And Hackett came after Dave Brandon, the Domino's founder, was the AD there. So, yeah, we've gone through a couple ADs, and, the athletic director, it's a huge undertaking to take over Michigan because they have so many athletic departments, or they have so many sports that you have to be in charge of. And so it's like you have to really kind of entrust in your football coach to run their program because you don't want somebody overseeing.
Correct.
An overseer. It's like you don't want the micromanagement.
You need the AD, like you said, to be a manager to help you get money.
Yeah. Yep.
And all
Fundraiser. I mean, at this point,
figure it out, make connections.
Fundraiser. And I think Ward's done a good job at that. He's gotten such a bad rap lately. Obviously with the whole Sharon Moore thing, and everybody's looking back at Juwan Howard was a bad hire, and looking back at, it's like we have all this scandal with Harbaugh and Matt Weiss, the offensive coordinator.
But he's hired he's hired Dusty May, and he's hired the women's coach too, right?
Nobody focuses on the positive. Yeah, Kim Barnes, D'Erico, the ladies coach, Dusty May. Yeah. I mean, you look at their successful tennis program, their successful swimming programs, their field hockey, their water polo. I mean, nobody sees those like little sports, but it's just like
it's all eyes on the football program right now.
Their baseball program, their softball program is always dominant, and it's just so it's a big undertaking. Biff says that by New Year's Day we'll have a new coach. I don't know if he knows something I don't. I can't see that happening in a week.
Neither.
Because his game is going to be played on the 31st. Unless they're going to, if he wins the game, they're going to offer him the job.
Right. You know, I kind of compare Poe to Biff to a little bit of a lesser Brady Hoke.
A little bit.
Because Brady Hoke loved Michigan. Mm-hmm. He would say the same thing as Biff. Mm-hmm. We can't act like this. Michigan's been in too much turmoil. I want to fix it. I want to come with integrity. That's Brady Hoke. He was that.
And Brady Hoke wasn't a terrible guy, and he wasn't a terrible
He's a great
coach.
guy. He loved Michigan.
Yeah,
he was a great Michigan man, really.
Wasn't a terrible coach. I mean, we were just average. The thing is
Correct.
At this point,
Biff's going to be average at best.
We are above average. I mean, we were the national champions 2 years ago. I mean, and we're Michigan, the winningest program in all of football. That's not an average program. We're not like a middle of the pack. We're a top 5 consistently. Our athletic budget is top 4 or 5 every year behind like Texas A&M. Texas.
If you get the right coach, you're in the playoff every year competing for a championship.
No, I mean, it's just, this is Michigan. So it's like, this isn't an average guy. And Biff would be like a Brady Hoke. It's like, and are we willing to have another guy for a couple years until we find the guy? This is the time to hire the man. Yeah. This really is the time to hire the man. So if you got to go all in, open checkbook, Kalen DeBoer, if that's who you feel is the man for the long haul, do it, wait, whatever, he's going to play it out.
Yeah.
You know, don't even give him the option to say, I'm going to stay with Alabama. If the check is big enough, he's coming to Michigan. I mean, that's just, when you coach, whether you coach Michigan boys or you coach Bama boys, if you're getting paid exorbitantly more money at Michigan, you're going to go to Michigan.
Correct.
So that's where the coaching search stands at this point. Obviously, you have a lot of people with a lot of theories. Still know nothing. Yeah, the answer. That was a long rant on
how we kind of feel at this moment, really.
Yeah, so the games themselves were fantastic. There was 2 fantastics and 2 snoozers, and we kind of knew that going in. That Alabama-Oklahoma game, Oklahoma, of course, shot themselves in the foot again. A lot of drops, Mateer with just some wildness.
That interception.
That drop punt.
The drop punt was the turning point, I feel like, because they were getting ready so close to drive, and they had all the momentum.
The pick 6 by Bama. Mm-hmm. It's just stepping up, making big plays, which needs to be done. In a playoff run, you have to do that. And Bama just showed them.
They showed great resolve and came back. And
they actually showed which team had playoff experience. You know, Bama's been there, Oklahoma not as much. So, and they won. That Miami Texas A&M was super boring until
defensive battle, man.
4th quarter. That got good at the end. It's 3-3, but had the fumble by Malachi Toney, you know, and then A&M goes down. You think they're going to win. Miami comes back. And then my A&M's going to go down and
Tony
maybe
scores,
win.
And Tony scores a touchdown.
And they pick it off in the end zone. It was a great game, great finish.
Tony almost had the punt return and got tripped up at the last minute.
I'm actually happy for Mario Cristobal and the boys. I don't know. I don't really have ties to either of these schools, you know, but I'm happy to see Miami. And, you know, I hope to God they get the Buckeyes this week. They have a little bit of history together, Miami and Ohio State. So
the nice thing with Miami, they got a defense, right? Yeah. I feel like if you got a defense, it's going to keep you in a game. So we'll see what happens.
That Reuben Bain Jr. gets pressure on Sand, that changes the game. You saw what happened when IU put pressure on him.
Totally.
So.
They got some pressure. They gave Reese some pressure too, and got to him. And they were physical defense. So we'll see. It was very windy that day. A lot of missed field goals. Just one of those weird weather games.
I tell you, the weather looked spectacular in a lot of these games. Like just the settings. That's like on-campus games cannot be beat. The settings, gosh, that pageantry in that Oklahoma game with the laser shows and all the hoopla. Then Miami, Texas A&M almost looked like it was pulled out of a fairy tale, you know. It was just rocking at Kyle Field, you know. Oregon was rocking. I mean, Ole Miss had it striped out. I mean, it looked great. Just the passion between all of the home games, you know, were fantastic. But the Ole Miss and the Oregon were gone as expected. I'm going to go jump on the bandwagon like everybody else and say those 2 teams had no business being in there. Did I want Notre Dame in there? No. Did I want Texas in there? No. Did I want Vanderbilt in there? No. But those teams were far more deserving than Tulane or James Madison. You know, the thing is like you want to say these are the 12 best teams, the 12 teams to vie for a championship. We all know that the lower level college football does not work. It's Power 5 or Power 4 conferences
And there's been blowouts in Power 5 too, like
Yeah.
Ohio State destroyed Tennessee, but still, it's just
there's
a different,
reason
it's just a
why
different feel, though.
Michigan opens with like a MAC opponent every year.
Yes.
Because it's a good little opener. This isn't something you want to see in the playoffs.
Build some confidence.
There's a reason why the SEC plays the College of Charleston right before their rivalry game. Because it's a good little tune-up. This is just like a tune-up for Oregon. It was like a tune-up for Ole Miss, So hopefully these next round of games will be good. Ole Miss is going to play Georgia. Oregon's going to play Texas Tech, which should be a fabulous game. You got Bama and Indiana in the Rose Bowl, which is spectacular. And Miami and Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl in Texas is going to be good. So, these next round of games should be good. I just wish they were on campuses. I love the
It's like Dan Lanning said, you know what I mean? Like he has to play away, but he's like, this should be at Texas Tech.
Yeah, no, I just think they've earned it. The people that had the buys should get a home game because there's nothing that's better than playing at your own stadium in front of your own fans. Place going crazy. The atmosphere is just electric in those places, So that's the only thing I wish. But, it's kind of following chalk a little bit. And so we're going to see if there's any shakeups come New Year's. Other than that, no super huge portal news in college. I know
not much to talk about.
Things are really heating up in the NFL. It was funny on Saturday that Oregon game was on, and I switched over to the Bears-Packers because that was a great game. I don't know if you missed it or not. The Bears were dead to rights. They scored, got an onside kick, tie it up, send it to overtime, and then in overtime hit a 55-yard bomb to win it.
No one gets onside kicks anymore.
Nobody. Yeah, the Bears
Never.
did. They did. Thankfully, they beat the Packers and actually kept the Lions' playoff hopes alive, too, because the Lions lost the craziest game, I think, in pro football in the past 10 years. That was the craziest game you'll ever see in your life. It was back and forth, no defense, back and forth. And it's just the Lions get the ball. Chance to win, down by 5 at the 10-yard line. Score. Touchdown, they win. 22 seconds. Offensive pass interference. You take him back. Then they get a false start. Take him back some more. Then they get another down to the 5 again. We're going to get in.
You can't be getting a false start there.
Amon-Ra at the goal line gets it, catches it. They call pass interference, but he flips it back.
To Jared Goff.
Goff catches it, dives, touchdown. Lions still win. They're going to make the playoffs. Not so fast. Offensive pass interference on Amon-Ra, which really, in my opinion, and I'm a Lions fan, was not pass interference. But I guess he did push him, but
the first one was pretty bad. That play happens all the time in football.
That pick play.
That was bad. That's a touchdown.
Even the second one where he just drives down and pushes. He didn't push him to the point where whatever.
Crazy. The Lions are not looking good right now.
Lions are on life support.
They need Packers to lose their last 2 games, which could happen.
They play the Ravens, which the Ravens need to win because they lost to the Patriots.
I don't know if Jordan Love is going to be back or not.
Yeah,
he went out.
Bears knocked him out. Yep. And then
they play our Vikings, who are on fire right now.
And then the Packers play the Vikings. Yeah, and the Vikings are hot. JJ went out with an injury, I heard,
saw that.
too. But
did he come back in? No, I think he came back in.
I don't know. I didn't really see. But yeah, and it all started on Thursday night. I know we came to you Friday, so we might have. We came to you on Thursday.
So we talked to you before the game.
Yeah, that Seahawks Rams game was incredible too. Seahawks were dead to rights, and then they got a 2-point conversion, which nobody knew was a 2-point conversion because it bounced off a Rams player's helmet, and the guy just picked it up in the end zone. Crazy.
The Rams had 40 minutes of time of possession, and then Stafford had 457 yards passing, and Nakua had 225 yards receiving, and they still lost.
Craziness, man.
And I think the Seahawks had 2 turnovers
because the Seahawks had the Oregon uniforms.
Totally.
It's all about the unis. Although it didn't work for the Colts last night because they had their black helmets, and boy, Phillip Rivers looked old. I tell you, the 49ers laid it to the Colts last night. So
poor Colts started 7-1.
All that being said,
8-7.
The Buccaneers and Panthers are fighting for a spot in the NFC, and the Lions and Packers are fighting for a spot. Everything else has been clinched in the NFC. Seedings can kind of rearrange.
The picture is very clear, yep.
Yeah, seedings can kind of rearrange, but the Bears are in, the Eagles are in, the Seahawks are the top seed, the Rams are in, the 49ers are in. So those other 2 teams are to be determined, either the Carolina or Buccaneers or either the Packers or the Lions. So That's what we got. We got 2 weeks to figure that out. Now over in the AFC, you have the leading Denver Broncos took a huge loss to the Jaguars, who are suddenly on fire.
They still have a chance to have the number 1 seed.
Yes,
there's
they
a
do.
path
Yes,
for
they
them.
do.
I mean, they need some help, but there's a path.
But yeah, Denver, but they're still the number 1 seed. But you got New England right there tied with them. I think Denver owns a head-to-head. But yeah, Jacksonville's floating right up there. Pittsburgh has not clinched the division yet, but Baltimore is on life support as well. It's between them and Baltimore for that division. Chargers have clinched a wild card. The Bills have clinched a wild card with the Patriots. In
Houston's
that
haven't quite clinched yet.
Houston and the Colts are kind of vie for that last spot, and the Ravens and the Steelers are going to vie for that. So there's 2 spots available, but those are who's left to clinch. Everybody else is out. So
we can see how much the Chiefs need Patrick Mahomes because they just got obliterated.
Oh, by the Titans, wasn't it the Titans?
26-9.
Oh, yeah, that was brutal.
And Minshew got hurt like on the first series.
Yeah, I saw
Almost
that
had
he
another
went
ACL,
hurt
poor
his
guy.
foot. All that being said, I got to keep the Buffs this week.
It's 7-5, so we got the tie holdover. So Joey's got 2 weeks in a row.
7-5
He's
for
not
both
messing
of
around.
us.
He's
So
not messing around.
7-5. So
But I tell you, right now, I wouldn't want to play Jacksonville. I would not want to play Houston or the Chargers. Those 3 teams seem like they're pretty on fire.
what about the 49ers?
Well, I say that's
6-0.
AFC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was saying in the NFC,
I don't want to play the Rams, Seahawks, or the 49ers.
That whole division.
Or the Bears.
Yeah, Bears are hot. Philly.
Those 4 teams.
How do you ever really count out the heart of a champion? You know, you look at
Yeah.
Philadelphia and they've kind of struggled at times. They're still 10-5 and still the defending champs.
Yeah.
So it's like, who wants to really play that?
In a way, like if the Detroit gets in, what are they really going to do?
Yeah, their secondary is so banged
Too
up.
many injuries back there.
Gosh, I look at their secondary, and yeah, Hutch is there pressuring the quarterback, and Anzalone's there in the middle backers.
Yeah.
You know, Jack Campbell back there, but it's just like, God, you get past that second level of defense. Their secondary, the Steelers were running all over the Lions.
Yes.
When is the last
2
time
45-yard touchdown runs.
you know, you look at that in the past 5 years with the Lions, how they've progressed. Their defense has been their stall. They've been just like, that's it. We're defensive team, you know,
Yes.
and it's just like, man, the Steelers were running through them like butter with a 40-some-year-old Aaron Rodgers. I mean, it was bad. Oh, the DK Metcalf. Did you see Metcalf got in a fight with a fan?
He was punching fans.
Yeah, he's going to be out the next 2 weeks.
We should have focused more on
that could hurt him. They played the Ravens
game.
the last game of the year. Could
Yeah.
come down to that.
And the Lions just don't have a run game right now. That's the problem. Like they cannot
Which
get the run game going.
How can you say that with Montgomery and Gibbs? And
But
they
they-
got no run game.
yeah,
I
I
know
know.
it's crazy. That's just crazy.
I think
to
they're
me.
having some problems on their line ever since Ragnow,
Yeah.
retired. They just haven't been the same. Decker's getting old.
Yeah.
I think he needs to he keeps getting hurt. It's not the
Skipper,
same.
Tate
So
Ratledge,
they just need to do
Sewell.
something with that. And they're not using Montgomery very well, both the backs. I think what needs to happen at the end of the year, they need to find a true offensive coordinator. He needs to go out and find somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just don't know if these coordinators are quite what they need. I
Well,
don't
Dave
think it's all on
Campbell's
Campbell.
calling- Yeah, he's calling. the
Campbell's great.
plays.
I just feel like they're not the same team they were last year and the year before, just with personnel, if you think about it.
Well, obviously they lost
we'll
Ben
see.
Johnson, they lost Terry Glenn. You know, I mean, those are huge losses,
Yeah.
which people see the players, but coaching matters.
Both,
especially
yeah, it's
in
a
the
combination of
NFL,
both.
You know, and the thing is, I don't think the defensive coordinator's terrible there. I think I just
many
think
injuries.
they're too many. They're injured. Yeah. That's
And why do people keep getting hurt
Right,
for the Lions?
right.
We said
Do they
that
need a
last time.
strength and conditioning coach?
Yeah, new
maybe?
strength and
Yeah.
conditioning coach, new trainers.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, I
New
don't know.
philosophy on that.
I don't know.
We'll
We'll
see.
see. We will see. So this week coming up is going to be really interesting. I know we're going to come to you on.
We're thinking Christmas Day,
Yeah,
possibly
we're
in the
gonna do
evening.
Thursday. We're gonna do a Christmas show for you guys. How about that? That's our gift from us to you.
That's like
You get
Christmas
wins
Day. That's
and-
like Santa Claus.
You
yeah.
get wins and losses on Christmas Day. How about that? And along with the Lions and Vikings, and who else? The Chiefs are playing the
Yeah.
Ravens. Is that
Yeah.
who they're playing?
No,
on?
they're playing the Broncos.
Oh, the Chiefs and Broncos on
It's
Christmas.
gonna be a
As
snoozer.
well as who else we
see.
got here? Let's see.
Christmas. The Cowboys.
The Cowboys
Commanders.
Commanders, a little NFC East battle.
Oh, this is the weekend of streaming games. We got Netflix has the Lions Packers.
Netflix has the Chiefs too, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
they have
Oh, they're
Cowboys,
on
Commanders.
Prime. Yeah.
Prime has the Broncos.
Oh wow, yes. So
Netflix has football.
yeah, because they got to play "It's a Wonderful Life," I'm sure. And
Yes, they do.
Or Christmas
movie.
Vacation.
You should see that one. Christmas Vacation. Another classic. Some classics right there. We're going to have to rank our Christmas movies.
Oh, gosh.
On
That's
Thursday.
hands down my favorite.
Which
Good
one?
old Uncle Eddie, man.
Oh, gosh, that's my favorite, too. The best.
So we're going to come to you on Christmas. So hopefully we'll see you then. Might have some coaching news from Ann Arbor. Who knows? If not, we're going to pick all of our NFL games. We're going to pick all the games this week, and we're going to do all the NFL games since there's no college games.
Yep.
And hopefully I'll get to retain my buffs.
Yeah, and subscribe on
Spotify
YouTube.
or YouTube, please.
And Spotify, follow us.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully all of you on your Christmas drive can listen to us on Spotify. I know I was out washing my car today, and my daughter was in the car, and we were listening to us on
wins and
Spotify.
losses.
How about that?
The gift that keeps on giving all
She's
year
like,
long.
Dad, that's you. I'm like, it sure is. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you on Christmas. I hope you guys all have a happy, safe Christmas Eve.
Yep.
Merry Christmas to you, and we'll see you on Thursday. So until then, go
Go Blue.
Blue.